Hello and welcome to the Morning Signal for January 23rd, 2026. Below the most relevant verified developments, including phase change risks, followed by clear watch items with uniform daily actions. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. Top story is the U.S. extreme winter storm and infrastructure risk. A high-impact winter storm is underway across much of the United States, bringing snow, freezing rain, and dangerous cold from the central plains through the northeast and parts of the southeast. The greatest threat is ice, not snow. Ice accumulation significantly increases the likelihood of power outages, impassable roads, tree and power line damage, delayed emergency response, and multi-day service disruptions. Watch items for the next 24 to 48 hours. Ice accumulation forecasts exceeding a quarter of an inch, winter storm warnings expanded or upgrading, utility outage maps and restoration estimates, and airline and transit cancellations. What to do now? Complete errands and travel early, fuel vehicles and stage backup heat safely, charge batteries and power banks, prepare 72 hours worth of food, water, and medications, insulate pipes and know your water shutoff location, avoid bridges and elevated roadways after dark. Iran unrest and U.S. naval escalation signal. President Trump has announced that a large U.S. naval force, described as an armada, is moving towards Iran, citing ongoing unrest, violent crackdowns, and nuclear concerns. He emphasized the move is precautionary, while warning Tehran against further escalation. This follows Iran's nationwide internet shutdown amid mass protests, a clear indicator of regime survival behavior involving information control and force. Why this matters. Internet shutdowns paired with military signaling increase escalation risk. Heightened naval posture raises the chance of rapid developments. Regional instability can quickly spill into cyber, energy, and economic domains. Watch items. Confirmation of U.S. naval arrival and positioning. Iranian military alerts or retaliatory messaging. And new sanctions, diplomatic ultimatums, or cyber incidents. Moving over to Greenland, Greenland remains a geopolitical flashpoint after President Trump suggested expanded or permanent U.S. access. Greenland and Denmark have publicly rejected any transfer of sovereignty, calling it a firm red line. However, it is important to note that an agreement has been reached and the beginning of a framework has been created. Greenland sits at a strategic crossroads for missile warning, air defense, and Arctic transit. Alliance friction over sovereignty is itself a destabilizing signal. Arctic militarization trends are accelerating quietly but steadily. Things to watch. Statements from Denmark, Greenland, NATO, or the EU announce Arctic exercises or deployments, and protests or political instability tied to sovereignty debates. Moving over to the markets. As of early this morning, January 23rd, gold was at $4,959 per ounce. Silver just crested the $100 mark per ounce, and Bitcoin is at $88,993. When we see elevated precious metal pricing, we can consider this defensive positioning, and it reflects a continued risk aversion rather than optimism. Standard daily actionables. Weather and power readiness. Prepare for outages, lights, batteries, heat, fuel, and safe food storage. Communications resilience. Download offline maps, print key contacts, charge backup devices, and try out your communications plan with your mutual assistance group. Mobility discipline. Avoid unnecessary travel during icy conditions. Identify alternate routes. Household continuity. Maintain at least 72 hours of essentials and refill prescriptions early. Mutual assistance. Check on neighbors, especially the elderly or medically dependent individuals. Information awareness. Expect misinformation spikes during unrest or conflict. Verify before reacting. Cyber and digital hygiene. Enable multi-factor authentication and keep offline copies of critical files. The bottom line for today is that severe winter weather, rising military signaling in the Middle East, and strategic tension in the Arctic point to a high-stress environment. Not collapse, but one that rewards early, calm preparation. Stay aware, stay ready. This has been the Morning Signal.